Hello everybody, Heather Knox, Chief Exec here in NHS Lanarkshire, and you'll notice I'm wearing this retirement sash today because this is my last day in work. I finish up formally at the end of this month, but I've got a few weeks annual leave to take, so Judith Park will be covering in the interim and Jan Gardner will take up post at the beginning of December. So I wanted to use this week's staff video update really to say thank you to everybody. I have had a fantastic career, and more specifically, more recently in NHS Lanarkshire, I've had the pleasure of being the Chief Executive here. I arrived in Lanarkshire in 2015, having worked as Director of Acute Services in NHS Fife, and prior to that as Director of Regional Planning. And I knew a lot of the colleagues in NHS Lanarkshire when I arrived, so I'd worked with Judith Park, I'd worked with Jane Burns, Colin Slowey, Colin Lauder, Derek Yule, Laura Ace, a number of other colleagues through regional work. So it felt very much like coming home when I got the job in Lanarkshire, which was lovely because I knew so many people. And I got to know Callum. Callum was the one that I didn't know very well, but I got to know him very quickly, and I think we worked very well as a team. The acute directors on all of the 3 acute sites at that time did a fabulous job pulling together the elective programme, the unscheduled care, and delivering so much for our population. After a few years, I took on the role of Deputy Chief Executive, and not too long after that, we moved into COVID, and Callum was asked to move into NHS Lothian. So I was taken into the job of Chief Executive very suddenly, really, and at the time of a national pandemic. But I think you find out a lot about people when you go into that kind of situation, and I have to say the whole of the corporate management team rose to the occasion, and staff at every level absolutely rose to the occasion and brought their best self to work during that period. So I want to thank everybody for everything that they did during the COVID pandemic. And beyond. And in some ways now it's harder, isn't it? Because the public expects so much and we've still got so much recovery to do. But I know you will carry on building back from COVID and getting everything back on track, because that can-do attitude is what characterises the staff in NHS Lanarkshire. I know that you will deliver a new hospital for our population, and that is so important going forward. And the work that has been done by the team today is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen the videos, have a look. It's going to be a fantastic hospital. And I will be very annoyed if I'm not asked to the opening when it opens formally. I know that you will recover from the pandemic. And I know that you will give Jan Gardner, the new Chief Exec, the endless loyalty and support that you have given me. And I wish you all the very best for the future.